Hi everybody, Tom here. Something I'm still seeing way too much of is trees that are over mulched. I think it's absolutely wonderful that we are mulching things. I think it's critical. That's what the forest does. That's what nature does. Nature keeps itself covered. And I don't mean with turf grass, as you can see here in the background. So it's great that landscape architects, landscape designers, homeowners, what have you, gardeners, horticulturalists are involving mulch in their plantings. It's super important, and I don't ever want to discourage that. But we love it a little bit too much. And you've probably seen the mulch volcanoes. If you're an arborist, this gets drilled into you a lot. And I think it's our job and our opportunity as arborists to spread the love a little bit. Don't be so judgmental, maybe, because the science that's behind it is not necessarily intuitive and obvious. I like to put it this way. Bark is meant to be above grade, above the ground. Bark is meant to protect the tree from the elements, from predators, overexposure, what have you, right? The roots belong underground. But when we have mulch that is... I've just walked up to this tree, so this is new for me too. I'm digging down here to a point where I'm probably about 7 inches deep on the mulch. And that dark stained layer right there is bark. That's supposed to be above grade. So what happens when that gets buried? It's not made to resist that kind of constant moisture, absence of light, absence of wind, and the direct exposure to all kinds of microbes, beneficial and otherwise, and some of which are their job is to decompose wood. And it's great that they're decomposing this mulch because they're turning that into nutrients for the tree. We don't want them to decompose the bark of the tree, which will girdle the tree. And a couple of years from now, this tree will just fall over and people will wonder what happened. Or even worse, maybe they won't wonder what happened and they'll just walk right by. If you're probably can't see, but the other thing that happens when trees are mulched too deep is you get these stem encircling roots. It's really fascinating, and this is not all the time, but generally speaking, roots can become confused when they're buried, even by just a few inches. And Gary Johnson, University of Minnesota, is my guru on this. As far as I'm concerned, he really pioneered a lot of this research, and especially the distribution of this information. So kudos to him and to all of you who recognize this and incorporate it into your planting practices, but also into your meetings with your clients and your meetings with your own personal neighbors, your trees on the land that you're stewarding, okay? Don't bury them. I'm going to spend a couple minutes here after I shut the camera off and work on correcting this grade. Get outside.